What if the most powerful man in the world kept a private journal where he wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events"? Marcus Aurelius, the last great Roman emperor, left us his personal notes on how to live. Today, I'm revealing the timeless wisdom of Stoicism that still changes lives 2000 years later. Welcome to Major Inspiration. I'm your host, and today we're exploring Marcus Aurelius and his Meditations, one of the greatest philosophical works ever written. This wasn't meant for publication. These were his private thoughts, written while leading an empire and fighting wars. Yet his words have guided presidents, entrepreneurs, and seekers for centuries. By the end of this video, you will have principles you can use today to find peace in chaos. Who was Marcus Aurelius? Marcus Aurelius lived from 121 to 180 AD. He became Roman emperor at 40 and ruled for 19 years during a time of war, plague, and political turmoil. He never wanted power, he wanted philosophy, but duty called. So he became what Plato called a philosopher king, a ruler guided by wisdom, not ego. While leading armies on the frontier, Marcus kept journals. He wrote in Greek, recording thoughts on virtue, mortality, and how to live well. These journals became known as meditations. They weren't advice for others, they were reminders to himself how to stay grounded, how to face difficulty, how to be a good person when the world is falling apart. His philosophy? Stoicism, the ancient Greek school of thought that teaches you can control what happens to you, but you can always control how you respond. That's your power. That's your freedom. Control what you can control. The core of Stoic philosophy is the dichotomy of control. Marcus wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. There are things within your control, your thoughts, your reactions, your effort, your character, and there are things outside your control, other people, the past, the future, most external outcomes. Suffering comes from trying to control what you can't. Peace comes from accepting what you can control and mastering what you can." Marcus says, stop wasting energy on what you can't change. Someone insults you, you can control that, but you can control whether you let it disturb you. The economy crashes, you can't control that, but you can control your response, your resourcefulness, your attitude. This is radical responsibility. You're not a victim of circumstances, you're always a choice in how you meet them. Marcus wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment." Memento Mori. Remember you will die. One of the most powerful Stoic practices is Memento Mori. Remember you will die. Marcus was obsessed with mortality, not in a morbid way, but as a tool for living fully. He wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." Why does this matter? Because when you remember death, you stop taking life for granted. You stop wasting time on petty drama. You prioritize what's real. Marcus would ask himself daily, is this essential or am I wasting my time? He had an empire to run, yet he knew most things don't matter. Death clarifies what does. He wrote, think of yourself as dead. You have lived your life. Now take what's left and live it properly. When you remember you're going to die, you become present. You stop procrastinating. You forgive faster. You love deeper. You say what needs to be said because you don't know if you'll get another chance. Memento Mori isn't depressing. It's liberating. It frees you to live. Amor Fati. Love your fate. Another Stoic principle Marcus embodies is Amor Fati. Love your fate. Whatever happens to you, don't just accept it, love it, embrace it, use it. Marcus faced a plague, betrayal, the death of loved ones, endless war. He could have complained. Instead, he wrote, "A blazing fire makes flame and brightness out of everything that is thrown into it. Everything that happens to you is fuel. The obstacle is not in your way, it is the way." Marcus says, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. You lost your job? That's the push you needed to find something better. Someone betrayed you? That's the lesson you needed to grow stronger. Life knocked you down? That's the opportunity to build resilience. Stoicism doesn't ask, why is this happening to me? It says, this is happening. How can I use it? Marcus wrote, the art of living is more like wrestling than dancing. Life will throw you. Don't expect ease. Expect challenge and meet it with courage. Live according to virtue. For Marcus, the only thing that truly matters is virtue. He wrote, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. The four Stoic virtues are wisdom, courage, justice, temperance. Wisdom is seeing things clearly. Courage is doing what's right despite fear. Justice is treating others fairly. Temperance is self control. Marcus says, external success means nothing if you lack virtue. You can have wealth, power, fame, but if you're a coward, a liar, or a slave to your desires, you failed. True success is living well, acting with integrity, being someone you respect when you're alone. He wrote, how much time he gains who does not look to see what his neighbor says or does or thinks, but only at what he does himself. Stop comparing, stop seeking approval. Just be good. Do what's right. That's enough. At the end of your life, Marcus says, ask yourself, did I live according to my principles? If yes, you succeeded. If no, nothing else matters. Marcus Aurelius never intended for anyone to read his meditations. Yet 2000 years later, his words guide millions because truth is timeless. Control what you can control. Remember, you will die. Love your fate. Live with virtue. These aren't just ancient ideas. They're survival tools for modern life. Start today. Ask yourself, what am I wasting energy trying to control? What would I do if I remembered I could die tomorrow? How can I use this obstacle? Am I living according to my principles? If this resonated, hit that like button and subscribe for more Stoic wisdom. Comment below. Which Marcus Aurelius quote changed your perspective? I'll see you in the next one. Until then, remember you have power over your mind. Use it,